What's going on, denizens of the world? I go by Jacob L. Morris, and welcome to my new show. This is called 7 On, 7 Off, and what we'll be doing today is I just reviewed and went and saw, or I'm going to review, Deadpool, the movie. If you haven't seen it, should I tell you to go see it? Go see it. No, that's not even an issue. Go see this movie. But right now, I'm going to tell you why, and maybe why you shouldn't. So enjoy the show.
Oh, I'm touching myself tonight.
You are haunting. You look like an avocado had sex with an older avocado.
Thank you.
All right, let's get right into it. 7 things that were on about this movie. 7 things that I liked. First thing, the acting. I'm not going to lie, I'm biased. I already liked Ryan Reynolds since like the Van Wilder days. I even like The Lake House. I don't even like Sandra Bullock, but I like this movie. Or that movie, and this movie. So, first thing, the acting I thought was good. I thought they did it. You know, the guy who played Ed Skrein or whatever, the guy who's going to be in the new Transporter movies, you know, whatever, he did a decent job. You know, he's cool. He's got like that whole British actor thing, you know, like accent, like I'm the bad guy. Cool. Angel Dust was cool. Former MMA fighter. You know, the actress who played her. I thought that was cool. Second thing that I liked was finally a different opening. All right, we get it, Marvel. You want to flip through comic book pages. It was cool, you know, when Spider-Man did it and it's like Iron Man does it and the Avengers do it. Like, I get it. But the last, like, Marvel movie or one of the last ones I saw had like 45 seconds or a minute of these opening, like flipping through pages telling us, like, you know, the gaffer and the lighter and the guy who, like, gave the coffee to the director that one time. I get it. Switched it up. Deadpool went straight into an action scene and kind of set him up who he was as a character. I thought that was great. Another thing that I liked, speaking of the action scene, it's like you have all this stuff going on and then serene. Like, he gets into the cab and it's just like, I thought they did that throughout the movie. Like, there'd be some action and then it would break off and silence kind of lets you kind of take a breather for a second. I thought that was a good aspect. And speaking of storytelling, that was probably my favorite aspect of the movie. Some people might not like the love story aspect of it. I thought that was great. I thought it tied in. You have a movie that is constantly bouncing, bam, 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 timeline, and he's breaking the fourth wall, and it could have been real, like, almost like a joke, but the fact that the love story gives him motivation, there's progression through the movie, and I thought that was a key thing in this movie that made it great. Another thing, bam, his roommate, the old black lady, she's awesome, you know, they just talk crap to each other the entire time, but I thought she had like that Oracle feel from Matrix. Like, she's not like his sensei or his teaching him stuff, his master, but at the same time, like, you know, she's like cool, they have some back and forth, she's like an older character. I don't even want to say he looks up to her, but, you know, and then he takes a piece from her, and I thought that was awesome, you know. And speaking of pieces, the violence in this movie, much needed. Finally a break. Like, we get it, like in other superhero movies, like, I hit it, you know, I'm dead. You know, it's like this movie, it's like, takes that out. It's like, you know, when you shoot a guy point blank or something, it's like, he dies, like, his brains go over there. Like, I don't know, I thought that was needed. It wasn't overdone. I mean, it wasn't like the crazy 88 scene from Kill Bill. You know, that wasn't overdone either, but this definitely wasn't. And, like, you know, even when the dude's, like, one of the dude's head comes off, like, it's a far-off shot. So, you know, it's not that bad. And then finally, I liked the music. I thought it was cool. You finally have something. It wasn't like this sweeping score, like a John Williams score. But at the same time, it was cool. It was kind of like that late 80s, 90s, like, cheesy pop. And I thought it was needed. So those are 7 things on about this movie. Now I'm going to have to get in some not-so-great things. They're mostly nitpicky. But anyway, yeah, check them out. Alright, so these are the 7 things that were off that I didn't really like about this movie. You already know my opinion on it, but this might seem nitpicky, but I gotta do it. It wasn't a perfect movie. First thing, I didn't think it was long enough. This is his origin story. Like, this is a brand new franchise. And we could have used more than, you know, however long the movie was, an hour and some odd minutes. You know, we could have used 2+ hours. You know, not like way more than 2 hours, but around 2 hours would have been, I thought, would have been optimal to really dive into the story, every side character. I thought it would have been, you know, I don't know, I thought it would have been much needed. So another thing was the CGI. not that impressive. Like, I've seen better CGI in pretty much every other movie. Like, I like the use of, I like how it had a real suit. He makes a, joke about the whole, like, animated mask from Green Lantern. But I thought the CGI could have been better. I don't know. And I know how I said the storytelling was great and the love story kept it on track, and I still believe that. But at the same time, I feel like there's some lull moments where I was just like eating my popcorn, like, all right, let's get back into it. You know who your audience is. We want guns and swords and violence and crazy stuff. So at times I was kind of like, sitting there like, all right, let's get back to it. So I felt like it kind of hindered only certain parts. I felt like it did a lot more for the movie than it hindered it, but there were some points. Another thing was Colossus. I get why he's there. He's his moral fiber. He's his moral character. But gosh, like the side character was way Warhead or whatever her name was. I'm not sure her name. Way more compelling, both powers wise and as a character. And she kind of progresses where she's kind of cool. She's like completely like just kind of a jerk to him, and then she kind of comes out and she's like helpful towards the end. I thought she was a way better character than Colossus. Could have picked a different X-Men. Like, okay, he did it. Maybe he was there for name recognition. Don't need him there. Spoilers, 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 spoilers right now. So click away if you don't want to see us. These last couple nitpickings are about the end. The bad guy, not that compelling. That's not really a spoiler, but just not that. I just didn't feel like he was that good. And the way, like the big reveal with another thing is the big reveal with him is like, because he was supposed to be able to heal him. I can't heal you. You're going to be stuck with that forever. Yeah, dude, we saw that from a mile away. Come on. Like, that was the big reveal. And then the last thing was the way he dies. Like, the guy is bleeding out with two swords. It's like, and then he dies from a 25 caliber shot is like that. Like, nothing. Like, and just dead. That's it. I don't know. So, anyway, those are 7 things that I found were off about this movie. Still enjoy it. Go see it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it's helpful. Please like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Share it. I know you have a Facebook and an Instagram and a Twitter, or at least one of those. So please share it. Thank you so much. Have a good one, I guess. See you.